Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Cindy.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview today on National Sibling Day.
Absolutely.
Just have a few questions for you. So, how did you first learn about TCF?
Um, right when my brother passed away, my dad's cousin, they had lost a daughter about 16 years ago, and they introduced us to TCF. Told us we should really go to the meetings and all of that, and I was really wary at first, so I actually went to my first TCF meeting the month after Ryan passed away. And it was a meeting that was very small, and it was only parents. So, needless to say, I did not go back to our chapter for another meeting. But the conference is where it's at.
That's good. And we're going to talk about that towards the end. I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us about your sibling that died. Tell us more about Ryan.
So Ryan was 21, almost 22 when he passed away in January of 2014. He passed away from a heroin overdose. He had struggled with some addiction issues for about 9 months that we're aware of. And it was very trying on our family. But growing up, he was an amazing kid, always had the biggest smile. We had so much fun together. I have great, great memories. It just, he got involved with some things that he shouldn't have. And here we are.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of siblings that I think are involved with TCF that are walking the same journey that you are.
Absolutely.
But before we leave this topic, I wanted to ask, give me one of your favorite funny stories about Ryan.
Oh, boy. The first one that just popped into my head is when I was he was probably like 3 years old. So I was probably 10. No, I don't know how many years was between us. It's so difficult. I was drawing a bath for him, and in our house, you could run from the front door all the way back to the bathroom, like clear shot. So I'm sitting on the edge of the tub, getting the bath ready for him, and all of a sudden, he starts running down the hall and pushes me fully clothed into the bathtub. And he was like a little kid, so it was how he was able to push me in was beyond me. But it was hysterical.
That we needed to have pictures of. That would have been classic.
Oh, it would have been awesome.
Well, thanks for sharing that. And siblings are often referred to as the forgotten mourners. How do you relate to that statement?
Well, I think it's a very, very true statement. When Ryan first passed away, everybody said to me, be strong for your parents. Be there for your parents. Afterwards, I always get, how's your mom? How are your parents? Oh my gosh, how awful for your parents. And no one would ask me. Everybody would ask about them. And it's really tough when you're trying to deal with your own grief to be able to express that to people who have no interest in hearing about yours. They just are concerned with your parents. Sometimes you're having a bad day and you reach out to somebody who maybe has never experienced loss before. And even though I'm almost 4.5 years out, I get, oh my gosh, you're still grieving.
I hate that.
I hate that term. It's one of the worst terms you could say to somebody in our situation. I know yours has been so much longer than mine, and we're all here for the same reason.
Exactly. And I think that's why TCF is such a safe place, because it doesn't matter how long it's been or how newly bereaved you are. You still feel like it's a safe place to talk about your sibling.
Absolutely.
That's what I love about it.
It's so hard sometimes when people don't recognize the siblings and don't recognize our grief. And it's amazing to be around people who really do.
Yes, I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. So what have you found helpful with TCF?
I walked into my first conference and was greeted almost immediately by Trish. And she said, come here, you're going to meet my daughter, and you're going to meet these other girls. And by the way, parents, you're not going to see your daughter until Sunday.
Pretty much.
And I made some amazing relationships, and I consider my bereaved siblings my siblings. I've just gotten such great relationships with everybody. It's helpful, especially like the Facebook groups and everything. We have sometimes we have group chats going that whenever you're having a bad day and you just need to reach out to somebody, you know that someone is always there. There have been times where I've even posted a video of myself crying, and people will just reach out and they're there for you. And it could be the middle of the night, it could be early morning, afternoon, evening, whenever. There's people around to help support you. And it's an incredible, incredible feeling, because I did not have that for the first year and a half after Ryan passed away.
I'm so glad you found TCF. But
I am too.
what would you like people to know about being a bereaved sibling?
I'd like people to know that it doesn't get easier. Every day I think about my brother. Every day I miss him. Every second of every day. But you start to adjust to what I like to call a new normal. Yes. And you have to learn how to be who you are without your sibling present, but know that they're always there.
Oh, absolutely. And I love that you mentioned the new normal. What continues to bring you back to national and regional conferences?
I went to my first conference unwillingly. You know, like most of us, we're bribed. Oh, just come. If you don't want to go to the workshops, you can go sit at the pool. I think that's a famous line from how many siblings that I've met. And when I walked in, I felt this overwhelming comfort where I didn't want to go the first year, and now it's like I never want to miss one, ever. I got involved very quickly with hosting workshops, and knowing that I can help somebody is an amazing feeling. Everybody helps me there, and I want to be able to give that back to everyone else and let people know that you have this support system, and it's just an amazing feeling to connect with so many different people from all different walks of life, all different areas of the U.S. And it's just the most amazing feeling knowing that even though my sibling isn't here, even though Ryan is no longer here, I can consider everyone that I've met my siblings.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And real quick, you have a workshop this year. What's the name of your workshop?
I actually have two.
Yay.
I have Healing Through Connections with Courtney. Uh-huh. And I am also doing Sibling Loss to Substance-Related Cause. So that was a workshop that was one of the first that I attended at my first conference in 2015. And last year we didn't have it. And when I did the Healing Through Connections workshop, there was a very large portion of newly bereaved siblings in the room that had also lost their sibling to substance-related cause. So I reached out to Andrea, who had done the workshop in the past, and I said, look, there's so many people here this year. If you don't want to do it, I would love to take it over and be able to be that support system for those who have lost a loved one to substance-related cause.
Wonderful. And in this organization, I think this is the kind of organization too, that if you see a need for a workshop, you write up a workshop proposal in fall before the following workshop, before the following national conference, and you submit it. And to be honest, most of our sibling workshops are approved. I'll go ahead and throw that out there. So write up proposals, people.
Yes, definitely.
Because there's so many more topics that could be covered.
Yes, and it's amazing to see just the growth of the siblings just in this will be my fourth
Uh-huh.
national conference, and I also went to a regional. And to see the amount of new people coming in and just knowing that we can be there as the vet sibs to welcome people in and let them know that they're not alone in this journey.
Absolutely. And all of my vet or seasoned sibs, see, that's why we're going to talk after this because, yeah, you guys have a lot of work to do to help me. But I love you
We
and thank you
are
for
all
doing the
willing.
interview.
Thank you so much.
Love you, sis. Thank you for doing it.
Love you.
Talk to you later.
All right. Awesome.